Forgot the jack. See if we can squeeze it out without getting it through all this. No, maybe not. Keep shifting. Somewhere in there. Yep. Now other people might have an easier time lifting up the front, but I don't trust jacking up nothing in the front because it's all aluminum. So I lift it up high up in the rear until the front comes up off the ground. Slide a jack in under there. It's all good. Heel. This is where it's pretty interesting. See how tall it is, and then maybe you can. Nope, not yet. Ooh, there it goes. There it goes. It's lifting. We're tipping onto the other side now. Take this bad boy down. Slide it down in there. Yep. Bum. Chopping. Ooh, green. Mold. It's more colors. On that stock rod height. Love how easy the bumper comes off. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Clip that. Same on the other side. 2 underneath and the tow hook. Pop that side. Oh, it's on the ground. Pulled out the secret sauce. So up until now, I haven't actually checked. I've just been going off from some shit that I read on a couple different websites. Nobody actually lists it, but so these are some IE cable bushings that I've been using on the 5-speed, and I was about 90% sure they'd fit, and I was really banking on this one actually fitting, because I know that this uses the 8mm pin, I believe it is, which is, so this is the 8.5mm pin, and snug as a bug. But if we go over to the OEM, well, they're both OEM short shifters, but this is the American GTI. This is the European TT short shifter. The pins are different. So this is the 10mm pin. And so if we go to the other side of the IE set, look here. Oh, that's the broken one. So when I got these from IE, which is why I bought another set, if you look at these, it'll focus. Anyway, there's a crack right there. There it goes. In the brass. I'm going to see if Roz's dad can mill me out another set of brass. But otherwise, these would fit. If they did. But they're too big there on that one. So, that's why I got the mix and match. So I've got the entire engine side harness undone, with the exception of the oil pressure sensors that are that blue thing and the black one underneath of it that I'm having a hell of a time reaching. You guys, my hands don't exactly fucking reach there. You know, can't quite tell what I'm feeling. Like, that's the wire, but I can't reach it. Using Super Mario hacks. Got the screwdriver fished down through there onto the fucking connector. If it'll focus. Never mind, it won't. But there it is, that light blue thing. Here it is, the entire engine harness all unplugged. Every little bit of this fucking thing. There's a little bracket right there that's keeping it on, but I undo that little bracket and it'll all come off, and then we can wiggle this shit around and start undoing the engine trans and drive shafts. And the downpipe. I keep forgetting about the downpipe. I feel like a fucking genius. So I only weigh maybe 140 pounds. So I used the jack, put some light pressure underneath so I'm not, putting new hard pressure on the bearing any more than the wheels would on the ground, And used this wrench, stuck it in there sideways, locked it out, and I was able to, and I could not for the life of me on Roz's car. Ba-bam! Moving under the car now to undo the axles. We got this handy dandy device I've made from a little zip. So once you get the bolt loose with a gun, you just fucking crank them out. Go like this for a while. So it's good that I always keep all my old hardware. So this is an old axle bolt, and I'm going to use this to thread into the axles that are in the hubs now and tap them out of the splines. And then at some point in time also, these are flywheel bolts from another engine from once upon a time. And I'll need these at another point. So these are the factory bolts. They are 12-point socket fucking whatevers. This is an old bolt that I have from an axle that came off my old Mark V. And I'm going to thread that sucker in there. And take my hammer. Turn it in there some more. Maybe I'm making progress. Probably been a long time since these axles have ever been moved. Hey, the ones on Roz's car came out pretty easy. Looks like I'm making motion though. Doing this though so that I don't have to beat on the hub. Something in the distance ripping around, bike or something. Broke my hammer already swinging at it, and as soon as I realized, but you can see where it's fresh in there. Whatever, fucking But yeah, so here's the idea. This is an old bolt threaded into the axle. This gives me something to hit on without hitting on the hub or anything like that, or prying on the hub, because that, racks on the bearings and the carrier inside of them. And this is the safest way to go about doing this while I keep my wheel bearing. I did also undo the AC compressor, which is necessary to put it into service mode. I'm just going to swing the whole front core support to the side because the AC condenser is still attached. This way I can get away with not having to undo any of the AC stuff and lead this valve into the atmosphere, which the EPA loves. But that's okay because we don't care. Yay. I think my biggest issue right now is getting the axles out of the spline ends and where I'm going to lift the engine by. There used to be a bracket that mounted there and through this hole. I can still use that hole, though I'm a little nervous because it's just aluminum. But this bracket is over in the shed and I gotta cut the end off of it so it'll go through. Actually, I might be able to put it in place with the wiring out of the way, maybe just to lift it. I'll steal the screws off the other engine. Or Roz's car. Here's snow falling. So after a little while longer than the folks on the internet said, we got in service mode. I just got to climb under and do two 16mm for the dog bone mount. I gotta undo these 4 there. 2, and it all comes out. Never had an O2 sensor come out easy before. They always fight me, but this one just fucking one hand dugga with the good old 22 wrench and fucking twist out. Back at it with day 2. I need a means to lift the engine, so this is the old support. I'm gonna lop it off right there, and I'm actually just gonna use that permanently, sand it down and whatnot. This is a celebratory moment. I just had to go inside to grab the phone because it's dead, but bum 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 bum, dun dun dun.